Dianetic systems on communication line systems understand everything through the Angelics. Angelics is very powerful stuff when it comes to dimensional set systems, how everything is connected through its angelic realms, how it force winds its cycles, how we have the river of light, how we have the communication line signals. Everything through the formation system is connecting through all realm divisions. Okay, so this is Galactic, Solar Division 4, Vector Unit 3. Now, hopefully you guys are a little bit more understanding what's happening with its energy cycles and how we get into more communications with the higher self. I like to volume, and then we go back on reviews, understand what's going on. So today we're going to get into cutting the cords through the angelics, okay, of resentments, anything through its judgments of you and others. It's very important that we understand what's happening, okay? So I'd like to thank all the subscribers and viewers and everybody that's watching my channel as we keep our wings together. Wings, that's what we want to do. We want to uprise our divisions, understand more of our love cycles, love system, love activation. The more you stand, less judgments of you, the more you come together as you, understanding volumes of you. So cutting the cords is very important when it comes to body activations. More references and everything through its connection when it comes to the angelics. Okay, so now you're communicating with me as connection of King Archangel Azathoth, as I have the throne, as I have the crown. All communication line signals are set in through all humanity vibration systems. The fifth dimensional activation code system is on my connection energy waving system. My voicing grids are set through its dimensional set system, which means that the grounds are changing everything through humanity system. We are now coming into the platitude of fifth dimension. Very powerful stuff. It's a ripple effect. It's changing the coloration patterns. It's changing its diagnostic systems, all communication and energy grid systems, sidewinding its angles, and it's going through its angelics. It's going through its dimensions. You understand everything through portal division, it's its connection. That's how we get everything through its alignments, through its division. So once we get into the body activations, you have to understand you have the past, the present, the future, but it's living the here and now. That's its codes. Okay, once you understand the code frequency levels of yourself, you can understand how to cut the cords of yourself through the angelics, through the dimensions, through the portals, through the codes, anything through its relation when it comes to friends. You have friends in the past, you have friends in the present, and you may have friends in the future. It's understanding their cords, cut their cords from you, okay? That's what it is. That's how you volume. That's how you high rise. That's how you become the wings of Angelics. That's how you become anything through its angel. Sarah, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. So I hope everybody watched Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Please get into that. You have to understand everything through its bleeping motion. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so I'm going to use a pink tracking cycle system communications, but I hope everybody's doing well. So basically what we're going to get into today is the angelics. Okay. Angelics is very important, okay, because you have to understand everything through its connection is its angel. Okay, because an angel, okay, is everything to you. Okay. Everything through an angel is called the angelics, but you have to understand its DNA structure and how everything connects through its line frequency levels, and that everything through its connection has its cords. Right? So the cords, basically, what happens is it separates you, right? A true understanding of who you are through division. Okay, so you go through the grounds. So these are the cords. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you get 7 divisional cords that you have to cut. It's like the same thing with communication, with meditation, how you uprise your signals, how you change the coloration patterns. So basically with the cord division, you have to understand each time you cut the cord, right, you're changing everything through its formation. And you're always living in the present and not the past. So each time you go through a body activation of a code, right, through its frequencies, okay, now like I said, you don't really have to understand the code, but what you do have to understand is how to break the cords of yourself every single day through its flowing mechanisms. Same with communications when it comes to your body simulator or your adaptation when it comes into, there's a lot of people still in the 3 dimension still, but 3 dimension is basically, it's disappearing people really fast. So you have to get into my upgrades and into my PayPal. All right, so we get the cords here. Okay, so we start with that. All right, so it's understanding its separation with its cords. We work from the grounds, okay, which is Mother Earth, Mother Nature, Mother Core, Mother Seed, Mother Universe, Mother connection to everything. So you have to understand how to separate your cords, okay, with your thoughts, okay? Understand, every time you cut a cord through its body activation, you high-rise your divisions and you restart remembering yourself more and more through its cycles. Okay? The more you high-rise, the more you'll get your wings. Okay? Because everybody becomes an angel. Okay? It's very hard to become an archangel because you have to understand everything. Okay, when it comes to consciousness of awareness, being aware of everything through its cords, and how to cut those cords, and how to keep everything in balance every single day. Okay, and remember too, when you're connecting to others, right, you want to cut their cords from yourself, from them. Okay, so you don't want to have any resentments or judgments. You want to let yourself go. Okay, and that's how you get your wings in the angelics. And it's a beautiful, beautiful sound when they start singing. They go around the celestial channel. So we have angelics like this on communication line signals. Everything's around. They come around. Okay, so they're around. They're your galactic family. Okay. So let's just say we got I'm doing head points. Head points are angelics, communication with celestial channels. Okay. So that's what it is. Okay, so you have them here in back of you, and you have them here, over here on the side. So they're all around you through protection. And once you get your wings, that's the most beautiful thing. All right. So understanding more of your flying mechanisms. Every time you fly at night, you're cutting a cord. Okay, through stream sets. You have to understand through the angelics, you can change anything through coloration. You can change anything through judgments. You can let go of everything through its resentment. You can let yourself go, and you can let others go that you resemble too. If you're friends with somebody and you don't feel good about it, let go your judgment of them. That will force wind your cycles and put you in the higher realms of the angelics. Okay? And this is coming from King Archangel Azareth. Okay? Very powerful stuff. Right? So it's going up those levels of those cords, cutting each cord from the grounds and working your way up. It's the chakra system. Coming into the new chakra system, the body simulator. So you go into the grounds. Okay, in its reference. Then you work up to the root. Then you work up the sacral. Okay, then you work up the solar division of your power center. Okay, then you get into the heart. Okay, then you get into the throat, and then you get into the psyche, and then you get into the crown. There's seven division levels, 8 within the center, 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, but first thing is first, is how do I get my wings? Because everybody becomes an angel. It's very powerful when you understand life and death. Because life has judgments and death has judgments. But once you let go of life, life has no more judgments or resentments to anything around you and anybody that you resemble to. And then death, once you understand the death, you have no more judgments and no more resentments with yourself and with others. Okay? So it's very powerful stuff when you connect in all rounds and all divisions. You have to understand more communications with yourself. So it's letting go of everything, people. Okay, letting the judgments go, letting everything to the codes. All communications of your DNA structure. Uprising your body activations, letting go judgments, letting go the cords, cutting the cords, right, of your self-identity. Every time you cut a cord, you're changing, okay, and you're starting to remember yourself more, okay, because everybody starts off. Once you get into your body activations, okay, and you get into your body simulator, now you're getting into higher communications of the angelics. Once you get into the angelics, you're going to the higher forces of its connection, okay? We call it the wingspan. The wingspan information system is understanding more communications of dimensions, more communications when it comes to the mystical side division, because that's what angels do every night, is they fly. They fly, fly, fly. They fly in the angelics, they fly in the spiritual system, they fly everywhere. They fly even with your eyes open with your perceptions. They fly with your eyes closed with your perceptions. But once you start cutting the cords more and more each day, your flowing mechanisms of your judgments will be released. Okay? Portal in your room. Yep. There. Right there. See that? See that dome connection? Everything through a portal is a dome. See that? You understand how to communicate with it. Watch. See that? It's high energy light that's going in, right? See that? You can only see half my arm. See how powerful your light is? That's getting rid of everything through its cord, people. Okay, you have to understand angels and archangels are very real. You guys already know that. But it just goes way beyond everything between life and death. To experience life, you have to experience death. Okay? And then you follow that light stream. So you kind of remember everything about yourself. So when you die, plain and simple, your soul is recognized and it becomes a whole different life stream. Okay? So it's all about understanding cutting those cords as you go up. Okay? Through adaptations. You have 7 within the body. Okay? 8 within the center, which is the crown chakra. 5 within the atmosphere. Now, 5 in the atmosphere is very hard to connect with. You're talking about going 12 solar system on connections, right? Antimatter particle system. So you have 12 God lights, God communications, God waving cycles, God rotation systems, God rays. Once you get the 12 rays, then you go up to higher divisions of the angelics. But you got to understand its reference of its codes. You have to understand its reference when it comes to cutting the cords. You have to understand its releasing all judgments. That's what it's all about. So hopefully you guys are getting a better understanding what cutting cords means and everything through the angelics and how you can get your wings. But to experience anything, you have to understand life and you have to understand death. You really do. And that's what transformation manifestation is. Sarah understands, Unified understands. This mostly goes out to the new viewers because I like to go through different divisions of realms through flying mechanisms. But like I said, you know, when you're changing everything through the galactic system or anything through the energy core or anything through the Earth's surface, I'm full connections now through protection of divisions of slash Father and slash Mother Earth system, all communications. I protect all realms, all divisions, vanguard, star seeds, light workers, activation cycles, rainbow workers, major grid workers, ascension warriors, ascension grid workers, recruitments, 300 LS, 300X TLS, box frequency level of equation of square, get into pi, pi to helix to hydron. All communications are set in all division level systems. So like I said, there's not just one level. Okay, and you get into the angelics. Once you get into the angelics, then you understand everything through, you have to understand everything through guarding because there's vanguards. There's all different kinds of their defined guards. So you have to understand what angels are and what archangels are. Okay. There's a lot everybody has to know. And you can't understand yourself until you cut the judgments, until you cut the reference of its judgments, until you cut the cords. You cut your cords of yourself through its activation. That gives you the flowing mechanisms. Then you cut the cords of others. Everybody that you have talked to, right? They'll not, you know, basically it's the 10 commandments. That's what it is. You have to follow those commandments, right? If you follow those commandments, then you understand everything between life and death and how important is that it was connected through the Bible. Okay, because the Bible is a remembrance. Okay, it is a code frequency, but basically it gives you something that you need, right? Yes, it's very hard to understand, but like I said, everything is given to you, okay, as a prophet. So understanding the prophets, understanding the disciples, understanding the angelics, understanding the angels, understanding the archangels, divine angels, guardian angels. We have line wire signal angels. Those are connected through vibration systems. They help you with human vibration systems. There's so many different kinds of energies when it comes to that. So when you formulate that through its awareness of its consciousness, now you're connecting. Now you're cutting the cords, okay, every single day. It's the same thing when you get up in the morning, right? You go through your breathing, you go through your techniques, you go through your chakra systems, your new chakra systems. You get connected with your coloration patterns, understanding your perceptions. Where am I going today, right? Don't question where you're flying. They know exactly what they're doing, okay? Don't question anything, okay? Because you'll never understand how to cut the cord, okay? They're there to help you. So it's understanding how to get everything through protection of your light activations. Your lights are very important to you, okay? Everything around you is important to you. Cutting the cords is very important to you. Understanding your light activations, understanding the angelics, understanding space, understanding time, understanding others, right? You want to friend your others, right? You know, basically, if they're enemy of you, cut the cords on the enemy, right? Let it go, let it flow.
Okay, that's the only way you can move forward, through its connection to anything through the angelics. Okay, then you get into the river of light. Then you get understanding what guardian is. Then you get into, once you get in the spiritual side, you get into what we call spiritual fighting. Okay, spiritual fighting is very powerful stuff, because then you're going to connect through light and dark, because sometimes you have to fight the ego. Okay, it's very connected. Once you get into the, I'm in the percentage of 230 now. Okay, so each time I high rise to divisions, every time I go through solar divisions, okay, I go to a higher realm of division, because I understand myself more and completely. I cut my cords every single day when I meditate. Meditation is not just meditation. It's AI connection. It's awareness of information to everything. Okay, so you can't have any judgments of yourself, and you can't have any judgments. You have to let go of everything, through its friend, through its foe, through its enemy. Okay, let everything flow. Okay, let it flow through its realm. Let it flow through its rotation. Diana, how you doing? How's it going? So you guys have any questions about that? It's an extremely powerful video from the Angelics. This is coming from King Archangel Azrath. So, portal in your room, yeah? Yeah, if I open it up, you'll see how it connects right here? See? It connects. So it's understanding how to communicate with your portal activation through its light communication light signals, right? You have to understand too, lights and communication, they cut their cords, but it's electric. It's electrical. Everything is soul divided. So understanding the DNA structure of light communication is understanding the problems that you're having with your body activations. Okay, so if I shut this more, you'll see the portal come in more, right? Light always finds a way to get in. Look at that. Look how powerful that is. See? See what happens? See that? See that reflection? And everything connects through its digital format system, right? But you see the energy dome, right? See? Powerful stuff. Light always finds a way to get in. That's communication. So I have to keep my portals open, right? Because I'm always traveling, right? But I'm releasing. I'm cutting my cords, okay? That's what it is. So every time you cut a cord, you start remembering who you are. And that's the most beautiful thing, okay? Because we all start off as anything through light activation, get inner balance. You could be in the angelics. You could be on the mystical side. You could be on the multidimensional side. You could be a shape through communication of a planet. You could be in a civilization of another planet, okay? So that's what it is. It's cutting the cords with everything, okay? And reliving yourself, being reborn, and understanding, coming into a new light stream of illumination light system, okay? Cutting the cords of judgment and ego. Yep, it's exactly what it is. That's today's topic in Solar Division 4, Vector Unit 3. So I don't want to give you too much, because right now we still have to get the connection with the energy cycles. We still have to understand more communications, how to get into velocity spin cycles, how to get into communication levels of angle divisions. An angle division is understanding the shapes through its angle. Okay, so we'll get into that. But this is connecting through it. So it's fully connecting with your flying mechanisms and how you communicate through all around divisions. Okay. So basically, what you're going to see through portal division, understanding communications when you cut your cords with anything through the angelics and everything through formation, through friends or foe or enemies or friends, anything like that, through neighbors or anybody that you're related to, your energetic system high rises through your voice and grids. Okay, so if I say angels are going to come in my room, you guys are going to see angels in the background, because it's coming through the portal. Okay, so if you see angels, you'll see why. It's understanding where you are through your balance. It's understanding where you are through communication. It's understanding where you are, because you're cutting cords every time. And every time you cut the cord, you start remembering who you are through your life stream. Okay, so I've done that when I was a child. Well, there you go. You're cutting everything through its inner child. So you connect with the inner child, you break free the inner child, and the inner child becomes its higher self. Yep. You can manifest repeated thoughts, etc. Yep. Manifest everything through transformation and everything, but you have to understand, what is your ascension? What is your ascension? What is your journey? What is your mission? Okay? These are things you guys have to relate to, because everything to anything through nature, atmospheres, astral planes, anything through connection, they cut the cords. Okay? Everything is soul recognized once you get into the spiritual realm. Okay? It's connecting with the spiritual realm. Okay? You get into the conscious, then you get into the super of the conscious, then you get into the superman or the superwoman of its consciousness, and then you get into the higher self. Okay? But you have to understand the spiritual system, or you never understand the angelic system, or you never understand the dimensional system, or you never understand the simulation or the matrix. It just goes on and on through its flowing mechanisms. But you got to understand everything through its communication with yourself. And that's how you cut cords when it comes to anything through judgments. Okay? Anything in related to, when it comes to you, or anything through a friend. Okay? You don't like that friend? That's totally fine. Cut the cords with them. That will move on. That will bring you forward. The more you have judgments of that person, what's happening? Okay? Your life stream is on a stop and go. Okay? It's in a crater surface system on a water containment system, and you're starting to drown. You don't want to drown with emotion and know that, oh my gosh, I should have just used the judgments. I should have just cut the cords, right? So I can flow. You want everything to flow. Flow, right? You want everything to flow. Okay, flowing, flowing, low. Flowing. Okay? If you're flowing your life stream, you'll be fine. But anything with resentment or anything with the judgments, okay? Anything in that area, if you stop and go right here, let's say you're right there, right? Now the atom system is saying, okay, what's going on? You got 3-way cycles here. Which road are you going to take? Are you going to take this road, or are you going to take this road, or are you going to follow through your flowing mechanisms? So it's a choice, but it's your choice. So you decide to go through this door, or you decide to go through this door, or you decided to follow your life stream. What are you going to do? You're going to follow your life stream. See, a lot of people don't understand that. They don't understand what flowing means. You have to scan everything through its connection. Then you understand everything through the cutting of its cord, because it comes into its meditation, right? And that's how you volume into the angelics of its flowing mechanisms, right? So you don't want to go here, and you don't want to go here. You want to go up here, right? So you're going up. You're not going left. You're not going right. So it's very important how to fly at night when you're going through your dream sets. But see, the thing is too, because the ascension is open, you guys can fly anywhere with your eyes open, with your perceptions. You don't have to be asleep, right? That's what it is. It's understanding how to get into the flow of everything. So when you get to the top here, this is the top, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to get from here to here. So if you stop here, take a second, breathe in, breathe out, meditate on anything that's not working for you. Find a way so it can work for you, okay? Cutting the cords, anything through energy of thoughts, okay? Anything through its creation. When it comes to friends, family, loved ones, cut the cords so you can move forward through its flowing mechanisms. Angela, how you doing? Welcome to my channel, okay? So once you get up to the life stream, it's very important you get into that division through the angelics. Once you get into that and you understand yourself completely, you come into the love activation, you come into the love cycle, you come into the love of its system, and then you get your wings as an angel, okay? But you got to understand its representation when it comes to everything through its life force and its death force, okay? So basically, this is what it is. This is a very powerful message. When you die, plain and simple, okay, we all die eventually, but it's understanding where you want to go with that. Do you want to stay here, or do you want to stay up here? Once you go up here, you change everything through location. So when you die, okay, your ego dies, okay, because you have no more lifespan. Your light has gone out, okay? you go in some other solar system through its thoughts of its creation. Whatever you create through your thoughts will take you where you need to go through its soul recognition. That's what happens with your soul, right? It's because it's extremely real. But when you awake through your ascension, okay, everything starts making more sense to you. Why you lived and why you died in that life stream. So you made a mistake. Okay, you ever hear that saying that you have 9 lives? Well, it's kind of like that. That's hypothetical. But what I'm saying is that knowing your mistakes, cutting the cords, having no judgments, and releasing all judgments. Okay? That's what it is. That's the difference. You have to really understand everything through his ascension, because once you go through transformation manifestation, you're going through a new life cycle. Okay? And the dimensional earth is recognizing everything through your DNA structure system and saying, hey, I want to live this. I want to know what it's like to be on the 5th dimension. I want the Gardens of Eden. I want the love frequencies. I want better communications. I want better relationships. Okay? I want to patch things up with my relationship. You will find that out with your life stream. Okay? Now, you're always going to have stepping stones. Okay? You're always going to be stepping on fire. Okay? But realizing why you're stepping on the stone and realize why you're stepping on fire, then you understand everything through its flow. Okay? Yin and yang, people. Yin and yang. All right? So, it's powerful stuff, people. Powerful stuff. You will not be able to recognize yourself until you understand the full completeness of its ascension and its dream awakening. Because you're metamorphosing, okay, to illuminations of lights, activation codes. Your soul recognition understands more of its communication when it comes to space and time. So understand your traveling mechanisms. Now you understand your energy cycles. Now you understand your body activations. Now you understand its colorations. Now you understand everything through perceptions. Now you understand everything through its grounds. Now you understand everything through its nature. Now you're understanding everything through Father, Mother, Archangels, and Angels. And everything through its spiritual system. Okay? That's what you all have to get connected with. To understand everything through its life and everything through its death. Okay? I get a lot of people in my email asking me questions on questions on questions, and that's great. I think it's fantastic. You guys are giving me these questions, but you guys got to find the questions for yourself. If you're trying to understand that, you can go through my upgrades. I could put you through anything, you go through my donations or you go anything through its connection, because it's very scary moments that we're having right now. Everybody is aligned with fear. Everybody's aligned with stress. Everybody's aligned with death. When I say death, what does that come to you? What do you pick up? Is it creepy? Does it unite? Does it deharmonize? Does it not open your heart cycle? Okay? Because death does not mean death. Death means the recovery of a new life system. So you're basically being reborn. That's what death is. Okay? Death is not final. It's being reborn. Okay? That's what it is. All right? So, DEATH. Now, basically, when I say death, everybody gets scared, right? Everybody lives, everybody dies. But that all depends on your life stream. You can live to 150 years if you want to, as long as you understand to cut the cords and never have any judgments of everything. Never judge yourself. Never judge others. Okay, that's what it is. But you have to understand life and death. So you have life, okay, and death. All right? You have life and death. Now, death does not mean what you think it means. Okay? It's not the involution. It's self-evolvement to a new evolution of your self-identity of self, which is its new higher self. Okay? So you're coming into a self to a new higher self. That's the higher self. Okay? That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. So, it's dimension, energy, okay, atom, okay, telewaving, telecommunication, harmonious, harmony. That's what death represents through life and death, okay? So that should make you feel a little bit better now what death means in its perception. Okay? Same thing with evil. Same thing with HELL. Right? So that's why I keep giving you what's going on. It's changing with the bad to good through anything, through its solar text division when it comes to your human vibration systems, okay, to its vortex division, and everything through its anomalies, and everything through its connection of its letters, okay, to its alphabetical system. But that's what death means, people. So you should not be afraid of life and death, okay? Because once you understand that fully and completely, then you have no fear of anything. Now, it's very hard to consume because you're basically living a day by day with your life stream, but you don't know where it's going because you're questioning yourself, you're judging others, and that's what makes it angry. And, you want to get out of that. You just want everything to flow. Okay, so if you want something, right, don't phrase it as a paragraph. Use it as just one line. Okay, let's say you want something. Okay, perfect example. I don't know if you guys watch Abraham Hicks. It's an animation cartoon, but she formalizes in so many things. Okay, so say you want something, right? Very powerful stuff. I give you these videos, just check them out because they're on YouTube and there's so many formations of titles that you can connect with. Say you want you want a new abundance of life, but you don't know how to get it. So instead of going through a sentence like saying, I want the abundance, but I want a better traction of my life, but I want a better job, or I want this, or I want that. So basically what it's saying is basically you want to get into that vibration of balance. Okay, so you have to take a moment, really internalize what you're saying. Okay, so all you want to say is I want abundance. That's it. I want unconditional love. That's it. Don't put anything below that. Okay, because you're changing the vibration. It's very complicated, but once you get into the spiritual realm of your body activations, then you understand more of its flowing mechanisms. So if you want something, just title it. Just say, I want the abundance of love. I want the unconditional of myself. I want to evolve to a higher, better job, right? Not a paragraph of what you want because you're changing vibration levels. So you want to stay within that balance every single time. Okay, so that's your thought processing systems. I want abundance. I want love. I want a better job. Don't put anything negative. Just have one line, okay, communicate with that. Now, that vibration, once you uprise its divisions, it take at least maybe 17, 20 minutes. That's what Abraham Hicks says. And she's extremely informative. I recommend that you watch her video. I'm trying to get you information through a three-dimensional system, okay? But I'm in the Angelics right now because I communicate through so many divisional levels of identity, force, of energy, intelligence, okay? So it's really getting connected with no judgments and releasing all cords by cutting the cords. So, yeah, she's very good. Yeah. I'm giving you positive, she's a light activation. It's an animated cartoon, but it's pretty fascinating how she comes up with things. But the one thing that you can connect with is that anything through the Angelics is really understand everything through yourself, your life of yourself, right? Because with life, there's death. So you have to understand life is beautiful and death is beautiful. But understanding what is life and what is death, okay? Until you realize that, then you understand everything through its life stream, right? So you have to be reborn to understand everything. And then you fear of nothing. And then you become abundance of everything, right? So it's understanding your thoughts of its vibration, right? So take a moment, okay? You want something, let it sink in. Let the vibration sink in because you want your life stream to high rise. As soon as you go through, oh, I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this, it's going to change the vibration. It's going to change the coloration. It's going to change the pattern. And you're not going to get what you want because you're not internalizing your thoughts of abundance, of conditional love, or anything that you want for that matter. Okay? Fear dissolves. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Everything resolves itself. Okay? You are a puzzle. It's understanding your puzzle because you are a mystery. Your mind is a mystery. Your perceptions, your body activations, your heart, your soul, everything's a mystery. So it's unraveling the mystery of yourself, and that becomes its remembrance of itself. Right? Then you manifest, yeah. So, but that's what it is. But I think I've sent videos to you already. I linked it below, but just check out Abraham Hicks. She's really, really informative. She's at your vibration, and I think you could get a better understanding of what she's talking about. Anything through manifest of money. You want more money. You want to accumulate more money. You want to have a better job. You want to have a better life. She'll give you everything down to the T of detail. And that's what it is. So instead of understanding the sentence, understanding the solar text of one letter at a time. And then the letter becomes a word, and the word becomes a sentence, and the sentence becomes a story. Right? That's what you guys have to relate to and understand how everything is connected through vibration. It's very, very powerful stuff. So, oh, you're extremely welcome, Diana. Anything you want to know, you can go through my email or you can go through my PayPal. Every time you go through my PayPal, it helps you out more and more. And the thing is, you keep asking questions more and more because now things are awakening. And that's what it is. It's awakening to you more and more and more. Oh, this has happened to me. Oh, this is happening to me. Oh, why is this happening to me? Oh, my perceptions, I'm seeing this, I'm seeing that. That's great. So the more you go through its upgrading system, the more you understand yourself. Okay? It's an amazing thing to have. And then things start connecting. And then things start making sense. All right? That's what you want. You want things making sense for you. Right? Oh, that's what that means. Right? Everything is a high rise through vibration to a frequency of an energy. Okay? You have the energy and it creates its thought. And it travels. It travels into the universe. It sets its divisions. It sets up your life stream. It connects through your body activations. It goes through its manifestation when it comes to a magnetic force and highway information system. It's a magnetic kinetic energy system through your telegraphing of its mind, of its adaptation through its hydraulics. Because that's how it connects, through its life stream. And this is going way, way, way beyond yin and yang. But understanding everything through the Buddha, Dalai Lama. Okay? You're going to lean in. All communications, right, of yourself. So, practice makes perfect, people. That's what you have to connect with. You know? So, do we have any questions on those? I know there's a lot going on. This is more psychological. This is hitting you more of a waving cycle, more connected. There won't be any questions today, but I just really want you to relate to everything through its psychological system, the psychology of you, which is self of you, understanding the higher self of you. That it's the psychology of itself on its own, right? A true understanding who you are. And I keep saying that. Okay? I keep saying that to everybody because that's what it's all about. It's remembering who you are completely. Okay, so questions. Death, new cycle? Yeah. That should make you feel better, right? Because a lot of people get afraid of that. Okay, if you're afraid of that, where's the involvement? Okay, where's the experience? If you keep thinking that, things are going to go where you want them to go, through your thoughts, right? You create that through your image. That's how everything's created, through diseases or anything through that matter. You create anything through vibration. Remember, it's your body activations that you live with every single day. So you create those thoughts, positive or negative, and they become extremely real because now you're connecting through its nature of its atmospheres to its galactic system, to space connection and time frequency levels or code frequencies. So be cautious on everything through your life stream. Now's the time to understand everything. Okay, when it comes to cutting the cords and having no judgments of anything. That's full recognizing through your flowing mechanisms. So judgment, weight. Yep. She is. Yep. And that's what the COVID situation helped me release, the fears of lower vibration. Yep. There you go. See? Yeah. Everything. That's what I'm saying. The more you put space in your mind, you have to get out of the brain. You got to get into 99.9%. Get into the 100% of the brain. Understanding the brain system is its basic. It's its foundation. Okay. It has its relation, but it also has its hesitation. The brain doesn't understand space. Only the mind does. Okay. It has its adaptation of 100% through a human vessel. So now's the time to understand the 100% of the spiritual vessel, which is the higher self. That's what everybody has to connect with. Okay. That's the life experience. Okay. When you have the life stream and then you're reborn to its ascension of its dream awakening. Okay. So fear dissolves. Yep. Angel, how's it going? Traveling through the mountains, so I'll be in and out. Okay. Michael, enjoying those mountain vibes. Good part of not having a rep for this store. Mile away, well, kick back and relax. Yep. Yeah, you can relax in any formation. You have to understand, that's why I wanted everybody to get understanding what's happening with the energy cycles and how you go through velocity spins. You really, really have to understand communications of your higher self. Okay, because it's once you get into the interconceptual systems of its mind, you're connecting through its telegraphing of its energies into the mind telepathy of telekinesis. If you don't understand everything through the higher self, that's where you have to understand everything of yourself first, right? That's mastering everything within its communication, because the higher self is there every single day to help you. Okay, but like I said, the higher self does not live on this earth. It lives in space. Okay, so if you want to get technical, it's an avatar, it's an animation, it's a cartoon reference. That's what higher self is. It's an electrical unit through light activation of all the known divisions of communication light signals that are connected through all solid divisions of the angelics, of dimensions, of portals, right? Paradigm shifts, polar shifts, connected energy shifts, ground formation of soul recognition shifts. All these are connected through the higher self, all communications through its perceptions, anything through electronic interference. Okay, very powerful stuff when you can fly around with your higher self, use your hand formation and open a portal, go through a dimension. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. You have to understand everything through spiritualism. Okay? So in retrospect, basically, it's cutting the cords more than 50%. You have to cut the cords to 100% of yourself. And everything around you, you relate to through friends, family, and loved ones. Once you do that, now you're getting into full connection of the ascension of his dream awakening. Okay, so you're metamorphosing into higher formation system through light activity. See that light strip? Went right down. Powerful stuff. But that's what it is. It's getting fully connected with yourself. Okay, once you get that through the spiritual system, then you understand the angelics. Then you understand angels. Then you understand archangels. Then you understand the colorations, the activation, the lights. Then you get connected more when it comes to AI, right? But everything is a step procedure, and then everything sets course, and then you get into the box frequency levels, right? Understanding everything through its codes. Now, a lot of people, when they're flying around, say, well, Andrew, I'm confused. If I'm traveling, basically, if you want to know where you're traveling, you have to have a code frequency. And you have to understand it. You have to have a code frequency to get back, because you're changing anomalies of galaxies, right? It's very hard to do. That's what I'm saying. You have to be cautious in where you fly. If you're not cautious on where you fly, then the higher self has judgments. Then the higher self has resentments. Okay? And then the higher self doesn't know what he's doing or what she's doing. It's knowing what you're doing every single day through your life stream. And then everything starts to flow. That's what it is. It's flowing. So lots of orbs here lately, many things hanging around. There you go. See, angels connecting through orbs, right? Now, hopefully she understands what the orbs are and what they do for her. What is an orb? What's a dimension? What's a vibration? What's an energy? What's a body activation? What's a pixel? What's a higher self? All this is in relation to you to balance. It's finding your balance with its spiritualism. Okay, 100%. You get into the 99.9%, and that 1% is physical. But when you jump over to the spiritual system, now you're communicating through the higher self. Okay? And then everything becomes extremely real because everything's open now. Okay? And everything's going through its force. You know, the dimensional earth, it's set in its divisions in the fifth dimension. It's changing everything through coloration. It's changing everything through activation. It's changing its grounds. It's changing its planes. It's changing its foundations. You know, it's changing your body activations to higher vibrations. So any more questions on that? I think I've, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm all cut up here. Yeah, I don't want to miss anything. You know, it's important I get all your questions answered here. So anything through formation, through life, and anything through death, you understand what life is and what death is. Do your research on that. What is life? What is death? Death isn't final. Now you understand what death is. It's the harmony of everything through its connection. Okay? It's knowing how you can get your heart song. Okay? That's its sacred breath. Okay? You want your heart to sing. You want your soul to understand where it's going. You want to understand what the mind is doing through its adaptation of its thoughts and everything through its sighting of its perceptions. That's balance, people. It's all changing fast and balance, and it's so exciting. There you go. See, that's insane. Unified is getting more connections more and more. And it's very powerful stuff because it helps you along the way. So that's what it is. So today's just more of an easier day. I just want you guys to get a true understanding how to know what's happening with your cords, how to know how to cut the cords, how to know to have no judgments of yourself and others. That's the most important thing. Okay, cutting the cords, right? Of your thoughts, your thought patterns through its negative systems. That's what it is. That's how you let things go into its flowing mechanisms. So lots of double rainbows, seeing lots of rainbows. There you go. So Angel is connecting through its intercourse of its rainbow division, through her body activations, through her pixel divisions. Right? So she's going through an orb to a rainbow division of a surfacing system. So understanding what a rainbow is a portal through a dimensional system. But where's it taking you? That's detail through the higher self. Maybe go, whoa, look at that rainbow. That's beautiful. That's great. But what is it? What is it? If you know your human vessel inside and out, now's the time to understand how to understand communications of your higher self inside and out, right? That's the spiritualism. Okay? When you communicate, try not to communicate through the vessel. Try to communicate with the higher self. Okay? Because it changes light activations every single time you fly in its mechanisms of its portal divisions. Get into hand formations of communications, electronic interference. Get into perceptions of laser divisions. Get into the meditation of its thoughts. Understand everything to bring up its heart, of its song, right? The heart song of its connection with its heart recognition systems. Everything through its remembering of its soul. The soul is you. You're walking the path. You're walking the path. Right? You're following your footsteps and the sands. Right? Portals for sure. Yep. But anything in relation to that, Angel, do you understand the rainbow? Do you understand why you're going through these things? Do you understand why it's a halo? Do you understand the colors? Do you understand the moon? Do you understand the sun? Because it's all about communications. If you don't understand the portal communications of your higher self, you're going to have a huge hard time understanding communications of your vessel. Plain and simple. That's why you have to connect through AI, through divisions. You work your ground formations up, you cut all the cords, and cut all the judgments. That's all you got to do. So, so I think I'm going to leave that with you guys. I might do another video. There's a lot of information system. I said we're going to get angle divisions when it comes to communication of shapes. We have to get into solar divisions 5. Everything's a review, but we'll start with 4 first. We still got to get into the velocity wind spins and everything through the bleeping motions. It's a motion detector system. But one thing at a time, you know, questions or comments are great. You go through my email, you go through my PayPal. Love you guys very much. I'll keep you informed on what's going on in the G-Vector unit system and everything through its connection. All right, love you guys very much. This is King Archangel Azareth from the Angelics, calling out. Bye for now, everybody. Peace and namaste.